This episode of Digitiser is dedicated to the memory of Bronk.
I'm Mr. Biffo, and I welcome you to Digitiser, the only retro gaming show that's sponsored by Ennui. Mock mock!
Digitiser. Digitiser. Digitiser.
This is the Digitiser the Show Jungle Special. Oh, jungles. All it'll mean is just occasionally you'll hear this noise. Larry.
Hello.
Seeing as this is the Jungle Special, what's your favourite video game animal?
I'm going to be difficult to say Revolver Ocelot for Metal Gear Solid.
But he's not an ocelot, is he?
I just like saying Ocelot. It's a really funny word.
Paul Daniels, if you like animals. Ocelot?
Octavius Kitten, already an animal based upon Larry's criteria of what constitutes an animal.
Probably the Cheetah Men. Not just because your amazing blazer does remind me of it, but the Cheetah Men were part of a terrible, terrible game cartridge for the NES, but they were so bad. And they were just cheetahs. They were lads with a bit of armour on, and they kind of walked around and poked things, and then the game glitched out. It was brilliant.
Am I right in thinking, though, that they did a sequel to that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
They
Even
did
though
do.
it was bad.
I miss the days when you could just bang mutant creatures and call it a TV show, like obviously Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Cheetah Men, Samurai Pizza Cats. Do you remember that one?
you could bang them.
You did say that.
I think this is something else entirely. This is
Bang
we're
them
talking about
together.
your fantasies in this show,
I have
aren't we?
no idea what you're referring to, and I
Yeah, you like a bit of
resent your
turtle
tone.
action, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what else you'd like: Street Sharks or Biker Mice from Mars.
Biker Mice from Mars and Avenger Penguins.
OK, you get your moment. Be quiet.
Wild West Cowboys from Moon
And you've
Mesa.
had your moment. Gameplay. Jenny, favourite video game animal, please?
It's the Gwar out of Morrowind.
Wow, there's some obscure ones coming out
They're
here.
so cute.
What is a guar?
It's like a big T-Rex shaped round thing on legs.
And
that
is
carries
it called
stuff
that because it goes guar?
but funny enough, no.
Nearly lost my balls then to that.
All right, love.
Right, Ducks. How you doing? I love the jacket today. Actually, I approve of this jacket.
You do like this one?
I like the theme, I like the thing, I like the fact you look like a bit like Bet Lynch from Coronation Street.
Sorry, I
This
think.
bloody...
Hello? Well, I'll ask him.
Yeah?
Paul,
Yeah.
is it true that you once forgot to bring a spare colostomy bag on a date and had to use one of your socks?
It was a Ziploc.
You said it was a Ziploc. Bye-bye.
Do you want to know about my animal?
Oh, if we have to.
Yes. The little ghost dog from Luigi's Mansion 2 who steals the keys and goes, yup, yup, yup. And you have to chase him. He's adorable and I want one.
How did he die?
That is the problem. I think he was beaten with a spade by Mario.
OK, that's enough. Let's move on.
Mama, Curtis, I would like that chicken now. You a whoa.
I have two kings of the jungle with me, Mr. Stuart Ashen.
Hello.
Would you like to give the audience a big jungle wave?
Jungle Wave. I don't know what that is.
And Mr. Tim Moore.
Hello.
I'm going to ring the bell to indicate that it is time for the showing to begin.
Grandstand Light Games.
Wow, it already looks rubbish.
You have no idea. Known as Mega Video Games in Europe, because lies. Grandstand, as you remember, big company in the 80s, Astro
Yeah.
Wars.
Which we have at the end.
There we are, yeah. And all the other little handheld gadgets you really wanted for Christmas, because they were simple, but the gameplay usually half decent. Then, because they went mad with rabies, I believe, they produced the Grandstand Light Games.
Right.
So you remember those horrible little LCD games you'd get, which were sort of sub-Grandstand level?
Like the ones you'd get in a Happy Meal.
Exactly that. LCD screen, all you can do is move left and right. Maybe there's a car, maybe there's a spaceship. Well, they decided to make a version of that, literally that, on a cartridge that you could pop into a projector, so you have to play your games.
It's got a sort of
on the
see-through
wall.
thing, so it's a projector rather than like I look into this.
Oh yeah, you could project it directly onto your retina, but not considered a good idea generally. Big chunky buttons for controls, so it's obvious where that's going. Up, down, left, right, 2 buttons, nice and easy. But yeah, you literally have to project it onto a white, large, flat area.
I think it sounds quite good.
You haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, as an idea, it's you know, people buy projectors for their gaming.
It's got a
setup.
heft to it.
But yeah, the problem with projecting onto a big white space is 1988, still a lot of wallpaper going on.
Yep.
Nobody really had white walls. What do? Project at the ceiling?
Quite a lot of brown on the walls.
Exactly.
Like my house.
So yeah, the problem was often couldn't project it. Plus, it's really dim, much like the purchasers.
Okay, so we probably want a little demonstration of this.
Yeah.
Awful
Because
thing.
you probably couldn't play it back in the day because you also have to have the lights off because it's so dim. So your
It has those
mum...
gigantic batteries as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
The big Ds.
Which probably cost about as much as the thing did. didn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Lasted about 12 seconds. Yeah. But you
Right.
couldn't really play it because your mum wouldn't let you turn off all the lights in the house and then point it at the ceiling or whatever.
Well, it says
And wait until
projected,
2 a.m.
projected screen size over 34 inches. That's not actually that big, is it?
not really, is it?
It's like that's
No.
that's a bedroom telly.
Yeah.
Well, but that was a big bedroom telly in those days.
You do it. Ticket, please. Shall we get a white screen in here to project this abomination upon? I'm
Certainly.
going to put this down here.
It's also very difficult to actually keep still while you're playing and it needs to be kept completely still for focus. So that's nice.
And talking of things that really need to focus, we have Paul Gannon and Gameplay Jenny
Wow,
here.
it's a proper whiteboard like at school.
Yeah, it's very white, isn't it?
Just like this show.
It's a bit bigger than 34 inches, that, isn't it?
I'm going to guess yes.
Shade.
I haven't measured, but
Okay, you've done your bit. Can we get the thing on and the lights down? Oh, don't do that. It'll give me mono again.
Mono.
Oh, the lights have gone off. So Stuart, would you like to project something?
I certainly would. Prepare yourselves for the unbelievable hyper-reality of the light games. Oh, hang
Well,
on.
there you go. Look at that.
Yeah, hang on.
It's-
Hang on.
it-
It
it's-
gets worse.
Oh, I thought the cataracts had come back.
That's so the thing is, you can't actually have it all in focus at once. So you can choose which part of the screen you want in focus.
Well,
See, it's all about choice in those
Modern games kind of use advanced programming techniques to have stuff blurry in the background.
days. And yeah, there's no need for bloom or post-processing.
No.
It just doesn't work fundamentally.
Amazing. Look, this little fella
They've
here.
created the
Yeah.
brilliant image of speed by having this man march towards you.
Yes, the giant homunculus at the side,
I
threatening
like-
to stomp on the cars.
I like to think it's several men that keep coming over the hill with their flags.
Stop this madness.
They're desperately driving to get away from the giants before they crush them.
Down with perspective.
So if you want to play it,
I
you don't.
Tim,
No.
would you like to?
Well, that means me having to go all the way over there.
That's true.
Let's not play it.
What I really want to do.
I'm gonna be honest, we're not missing anything.
Yeah, I know. Look,
I want to bring some of these.
See, this is much more fun than the actual game.
it's 12:01 already.
Deformed rabbit.
Okay, well, no, maybe I
press some
What do I
buttons
press
to
on here,
activate
Stuart?
the fun.
I have no idea. Let's ram some buttons and see if something happens. Hang on.
Oh.
Setting.
Look, with my sleeve, it's like a sort of frilled neck lizard.
Right, we can get some
It's
sounds.
too in focus. I
Setting.
can't do with
There's
it.
no sounds. Do we have sounds on
I
it?
think there is some kind of sound. Left to start. Oh,
Left
that
to
makes
start,
sense.
Okay.
Right.
There's
There's
a
not much
sound
sound
thing
now.
up there. Oh, is this playing?
No, that means you're having fun.
Yes,
that little
this
thing
is
comes
playing.
Oh, you're playing it. Game A.
Right.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, yes, we have a sound. What a shame they can't project sounds onto the white screen.
They just didn't try. They just didn't care enough.
Look,
Oh,
I don't
look
think
at
you know
this.
what you're doing.
yeah, you've done
This is all kind of. I think I may have played this. It's vaguely coming back to me now.
So yeah, there's a million games exactly like this.
Oh, there's a little flag. appeared
Oh,
on
I've
the
nicked the
car.
flag and my car caught fire.
Is that what
the
you're meant to
flag
do?
was a bomb.
You didn't even hit anything. Oh, the flag did.
You're meant to. You meant to collect the flags,
Apparently, so, I made a mistake here. Oh no.
like in real racing.
Oh.
You see, I take issue with the fact that you made contact with that vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know you come
Oh.
up from behind, so you know in terms of insurance, you're at fault.
Exactly.
I think the other game cartridges were mostly based around insurance, actually, and dealing with the fallout of playing this.
Insurance Quest.
Yeah, oh, those are the
Remember
days.
that one?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, look at me. Oh God, I shouldn't have done that.
That's an image I'll never unsee.
Amazing,
The Grandstand Sun.
I no longer need glasses. I think that's it, isn't it? We've seen enough of that.
Yeah, for life, basically.
Let's do this anyway. Ticket, please.
Cut this. Whoa. I want to take that bar. Baby.
Did you know? When Marge is electrocuted or remains idle in the Simpsons arcade game, you can see that she has rabbit ears under her hair. This was an abandoned plot twist that Marge is actually an anthropomorphic rabbit from Matt Groening's other series, Life in Hell, and was supposed to be the big reveal/cliffhanger at the end of the first season. It was scrapped as Matt Groening thought it was too weird, even by Simpsons standards. No!
It's the part of the show that I like best. It's what do you know? It's the mystery guest. What? That's what you wanted. Right, hello, welcome to the part of the show we call Mystery Guest Time, where we invite someone, an luminary from the video games world, and we invite them to play a game and have a bit of a natter. It's really that simple. It's a simple concept. Why don't you get it yet? Anyway, well, don't boo me. So who should we have on the show today? Well, why not talk to a man who's had his sticky, dirty fingers not only in Sony's pockets, but also Microsoft's as well. Let's speak to a man who knows quite a lot about gaming. His name, simply, is Dan Maher. Dan Maher, will you part my flaps and appear? Round of applause.
Wow! It's even greater than I could have imagined.
It's like a dreamland.
It is.
Dan, thank you for coming onto the show.
No problem.
So it's going to be very simple. We've got our cabinet of plenty behind us, and we've chosen a game for you. What is that game?
That game is Pac-Land.
No more further ado-able. Let's go through the flaps. Shall we part the flaps and play?
Yes, please.
Let's go.
Yay!
Right, we're at the cabinet of plenty. TM, I've trademarked that. You can't have it now. And we have chosen Pac-Land to play. How are you feeling? Played it in a while?
Not for a very long while, actually.
Are we talking days or decades?
Decades.
All right, good. Dan, get playing, and I will start grilling you accordingly. Why did you pick this, then? Because it's not the most common of Pac-Man games.
It's not, no. It's sort of one that came out, and I don't think it got a lot of fanfare at the time, but I think it's this sort of underrated influencer on Super Mario Brothers, which is widely regarded as, you know, the daddy of scrolling platformers, but Namco was sort of a year...
What, this came out before
This
then?
came out before Super Mario.
I never knew that.
This is from 1984, so...
I just learned a bloody fact on this show.
There you
finally.
go. It shares so much in common with it. It's got loads of little hidden secrets that it doesn't advertise as, you know, in the slightest.
Yeah.
It's got sort of momentum-based running, variable jump heights, all these little secrets, like I just jumped there at the end and you get more score the higher you are in the air.
Got a fairy in your hat.
Yeah, a little fairy in your hat.
So what, in terms of your interest in gaming, where did it all start then?
It was actually Pac-Man. I was...
Really?
Yeah, I was taken...
No, I'm so shocked by that. I think I just put too much emphasis into that.
2 years old, my parents took me to France, and I have two memories of that. One, I fell down some caravan steps and cut my cheek open, which was my first and only visit to hospital. Oh. And secondly, I was just chucked in front of a Pac-Man machine. I was like, what's this? Oh. And it's an enduring memory. And then after that, my folks got me a Spectrum 48K with checkered flag, horoscope skiing, Scrabble, which you could just cheat at. It was brilliant. You could just type in any word and it would be like, is that a word? You go, yeah, of course it's a word, and you'd win.
So from there, though, because you've obviously worked for Sony and Microsoft in more recent years, when does it go from enjoying games to being part of the industry?
As a result of being so into games, I started reading Games Mag. So in the early days, it was Crash, Sinclair User, Your Sinclair, stuff like that. And I loved the sort of the communal vibe that you got from the magazines, that it wasn't just a magazine, it was like a family of people who worked together and just loved being together and had little in-jokes and everything. And I really liked that idea of being part of that, in addition to, you know, writing about video games and playing video games. So I just sort of doggedly pursued it. When I got out of university, I literally applied for a staff writer role at PlayStation.com, like the official Sony website, and got the job, and it just spiraled from there, really.
Oh, so what was it? So, because this is the other thing as well, you have worked for both Sony and Microsoft.
Yes.
In relatively recent years, in terms of, what they've been putting out consoles and game-wise.
Yes.
What's the culture like between the two?
It always felt to me with Sony that they allowed each region to have its own personality and its own voice.
Yeah.
Even to the point that the people who founded Sony Europe back in the day were like, we want it to be in the heart of London, because basically they wanted to get drunk. When I started working there, everyone just went to the pub together. Everyone was really matey. I met my wife there. I've got so much to thank Sony for. And then Microsoft, by comparison, were like, oh, Reading's London, isn't it? Which meant when everyone was already exhausted by the time they got to work, and then by the end of the day, nobody wanted to hang out together. So it felt a bit more lonely.
Yeah.
So what I decided to do instead was build my own group of friends. I was hired to do inside Xbox, but it was literally on my own, and then I was asked to build it up. And so I got people I hired a guy I worked with previously that I thought was excellent, and we'd had a really good on-screen relationship. That was this guy called Andy Farrant, who now does outside Xbox.
Where do you start then? Because obviously it's not just as easy as just starting a community. You've got to think of the identity of it, who you're pitching it at.
Digitiser was a massive influence on that, because that was something that you'd go into daily, and then you'd feel a sense of camaraderie with everyone else who was contributing to the letters pages and was in on the jokes and all that side of it. So that's what I wanted to do, was build a voice and build a sort of sense of humour and a tone for it that felt like it was apart from Microsoft's typically sort of corporate tone of voice.
Yeah. I've done a few other projects similar to that in the past, a bit more, certainly in terms of structure, more TV friendly.
Yes.
But do you still find, though, that even though the industry is as big as it is now, people in TV just don't get what people are trying to do?
When you do things like Inside Xbox, and then you see the audience that gaming content gets on YouTube. For a spell, I did a show on Challenge TV called Videogame Nation.
That's right, yeah.
Which got great response and a great audience. Sounds a bit Alan Partridge's most popular show in its time slot. But no, it did really well, and we tackled gaming in a sort of mature way with a sense of humour that was still appropriate for like an 11 a.m. time slot. Again, the guy who owned the company that made it, Jinx, decided, nah, fuck it, it's esports the future now, and just canned it. It turns it into sort of an elitist showcase. It's like, here are the people who are really good at games, watch them, aren't they great, watch them. What I prefer is, the little stories that gaming brings, the little shared experiences that people have had in the arcades and at home and playing online and playing with their mates. That's what gaming always represents to me. It's like not being sat in a stadium, just watching someone be amazing at an almost visually impenetrable game.
Oh,
so I got a little round of applause back there.
That was all going to get a little bit Dead Poet Society then. I thought you were going to stand on a table.
Do you want a little bit of gaming trivia? So
yes.
I just got 7650 on there, and what I discovered today, because I was reading up on Pac-Land, is 765 is the Namco number, because the way that you say 765 in certain forms of Japanese is Namco.
It's two facts I've learned in this bloody interview.
So there you go. So
you're useless.
So the reason you get that scoring like
useless.
So the reason you get that scoring like Galaxian and all these Namco games is because it means it, and they've since changed it to, I think it's 8 something because of Bandai Namco. So now it's Ban-Namo or something like that.
Oh, okay.
How weird, but yeah.
It's very strange. But again, I like facts. So if you have any more, it's quite arousing. No?
Fact me up. No.
Beautiful. Dan, thank you very much for
joining us on
Digitiser. Carry on fingering.
Thank you.
I'm done with this.
I'm Toilet Mad Townsend, and I'm totally toilet mad! Take a trip to my toilet castle and join in the toilet fun. Toilets, toilet A, toilet ah! We've got every kind of toilet under the sun. Big toilets, small toilets, toilets from the dawn of time. And best of all our toilets are totally free to use. So long as you don't mind me watching. Toilet Mad Townsend's Toilet Castle. It only exists in my mind.
Jungle Special.
As you can see, as I'm spreading my arms right, like I've got another tattoo. I've become even 50% edgier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, on this arm now, look, Bronx Funeral. How cool am I, kids? Yeah, YouTube. I'm a YouTuber now. Nearly 50, for Christ's sake. Look, I'm getting tattoos. I don't care. Here's what we're doing. It's called Pictionary. And again, there's never been a game like it. You can't sue us for copyright. It's a parody if you try to. That's all it is. It's a parody game. Let's introduce team... What, name for your team?
We're Team Street Fighter.
Street Fighter, edgy. That's what we do on this show.
I don't like Street Fighter.
Okay, we have Quang from Azobitech, who make Mau Mau Castle.
Mau Mau Castle.
Don't call it Meow Meow. We have DJ Slow.
Ta-da!
A bit less tepid, the applause, please. And we have the magnificent Imran Yusuf.
Oh, you were right.
Oh, you know who he is?
Yeah!
Hey, yeah, woo! We got Dan Maher. And also from Videogame Nation, we got John Robertson.
Yes!
Oh, I haven't got a team name for you.
3 Stages of Elden.
3 Stages of Elden. Team Street Fighter.
Yeah, even though they took Street Fighter, even though I look like Ken in an alternative attire.
John.
Yeah, mate.
You're gonna go first. There's your pen. Stop
Don't
looking,
show me.
Dan.
I'm not
looking.
Yeah.
Your team has to guess as many as they can
Righto.
within 60 seconds. We're going to have Gameplay Jenny here, who's going to be shouting out something.
It's Gameplay Jenny.
Oh, hello, Gameplay
No, she
Jenny.
is.
Hello.
She's not mute. She's just not mic'd.
Oh, yeah, because you call her Mute Jenny then.
Right, let's go. Let's
Yeah,
Let's put this charade to bed. 3, 1, 2, 3, draw.
All right.
Joystick.
There, thank
Yeah,
you very much.
good.
That's good. All right.
Xbox.
Yes, thank
too
you very
easy,
much.
that one for him.
Lemony Snicket.
Hang on, I think having words.
Yeah, these aren't words, mate. Okay, these aren't words. What does that not say, Dan?
Oh, combo.
Now this one I think we'll understand.
Yeah.
Hold up. All right. So here's a head. Yeah, very good. And it's looking at what would that
Lampshade,
be?
lampshade.
Yeah, okie dokie. And oh look, there's some stuff just tumbling around there. What fun we're having! Fuck's sake. Here's another
God,
one.
it looks like a...
Is he allowed to be talking as he's
Not
drawing
really,
these
but
clues?
I don't think there's any shutting him up.
Time for
Yeah.
Sit down.
How many have we
Okey-doke.
got?
Sit down.
We got that.
Halo 2.
That,
One.
and that.
Yep.
What was the Dick Shade?
Well, that's the internet, and that is meant to be a Tamagotchi.
That's actually not bad. I'll give you
The whole of the
that.
internet. What's the thing saying? It's about it's a
Team
lampshade.
Street Fighter. Right.
What a crap name.
Yeah.
Imran.
Stand-up comedian
There
Imran.
we go. Jenny, you stand by. A 1, 2, and a 3.
Box.
Medal of Honor.
Medal
Game Boy.
Game Boy.
Game Boy.
Nice. Liking it.
Welding mask.
Oreo.
Chainsaw.
Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah,
Resident
nice.
Evil.
Diseased things.
Halo 2.
Very well.
Mickey
Horace.
Mouse.
Glasses.
Oh,
Joypad.
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Controller.
oh, he's steaming through
Come on,
these.
come on. Mega Drive.
What? Oh!
Nail that one. Come on.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
What's the
Halo.
Power Glove.
Oh, nice.
That's down. 2, 1, and that's done.
Does that count? Yeah. Virtual reality. Yes.
So
Yes.
Yes.
Nice. How many's that?
8.
2, 3,
Power
4.
Glove.
Kudos on the Mortal Kombat Dragon, by the way. That was
8,
3,
very
4,
good.
5, 6,
7, 8.
8.
8.
Okay.
8. Nailed that one.
Oh, that's only 5 more than 3. That's good.
Countdown. A 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah,
Zelda.
that's it. Zelda Triarch. Yep, there we go. Good.
I don't even know what these are.
It's the egg blow. Dizzy.
Oh, nice. Yeah, okay, much better.
Ukulele, Enema, Banjo Kazooie, Guitar Hero.
I realise they got competition.
Yeah, they stepped up their game now.
Piranha Plant. Yeah, 3DS. Thank you. Oh, you drew the third plane. Well done, well done.
Oh, God.
Echo the Dolphin.
Echo? Yes! No way!
Time, okay.
Unbelievable.
That is.
Oh my God!
Did you read his card? Did
So
you read his
I thought that
card?
was a game about sperm.
Yeah.
To be fair, I was there sort of going, oh, malformed semen, and out of Echo the Dolphin. That's got to be it.
It's Spermy the Sea Lion.
Yeah.
That has
Hang
got to
on.
be a t-shirt.
I am sad for you. I know not of your pod.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Triforce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7.
Seven,
So total
pretty
score
good.
is 9 on this side.
10,
Dan,
mate,
well
10.
done.
Total score's 10.
I'm actually.
1, 2, 3, go.
TV, console, Cassette.
Oh, nice. Wally.
Atari.
Nice.
Double spin. Yeah, there you go.
Tetris.
Nice.
Yeah, this team's on fire.
Pokeball.
Pokemon. Rob the Robot.
Yeah.
Nice one.
There's some serious telepathy going on.
Skip it if you need to skip it.
No, I don't know any of them now.
Oh, that's fun. That's the.
Oh, yeah,
Specky. Specky, above the keyboard.
Oh, I don't know what the rest are.
Brilliant.
Just make it up.
That's never stopped a YouTuber. Get in there.
It's a whiteboard.
Cricket bat. Sword.
Oh, sword. Final Fantasy 7.
Yes.
Brilliant.
I don't know.
Brilliant.
3, 2, 1.
Spell it out.
It's over. Nicely done.
What was the last one?
John Romero.
John Romero. How would you have done
John Romero?
So we have Rob, Cassette, Atari, Tetris, Pokeball, Spectrum, N64 controller. What was that again?
Final Fantasy 7.
Nicely
Well
done.
We are
Nicely done.
great, dude.
Okay, now
Great.
over this side. Larry, counting you down. 1, 2, 3. Draw. Oh, hello.
That's nice for whatever that is. Next thing.
Larry's
Just wait for them to answer.
Yeah, oh, it's a floppy disk. We'll come. There you go.
Hey,
Great.
Larry was a professional artist, don't forget. So these.
Mario.
No.
Mario Kart. Mario
Boots.
Kart. Excellent stuff. Yeah, good.
All the answers are on Oni on the PlayStation.
Wario.
Splinter Cell, no.
Splinter Cell.
These are elaborate.
That must be
Bayonetta.
Okay.
Lara Croft.
Lara Croft.
I was looking at like an elaborate bird.
What gave that away?
What's she holding? That away? Yeah, I don't know why she's holding a fucking communicator from Star Trek. But, you know, GameCube.
Yeah.
God, I'm good at geometric shapes today. Space Invader.
Yep.
Yeah, great.
Well.
3,
2, 1.
GameCube.
1.
That, my friends, is a tissue box.
Is that supposed to be Mario Kart?
Quite disappointing for someone who used to draw game covers.
We've got to be quick.
Right, so we got all of those. That's brilliant. Okay.
Yeah, apart from whatever that was going to be. Count of 3. A 1, 2, 3. Crank, do some drawing. A pen doesn't work. That's a good start. Oh.
Is this in yarn?
Platformer, gun game, first
Contra.
person shooter.
I've got.
I know what it is.
Yeah, I'm
Gunstar
there.
Heroes.
Fisty McGee.
I know what it is.
Slippery.
Call of Duty.
Napoleon.
Call of Duty.
Wow,
Mega Man?
Yes.
Yes.
I can't see why Capcom
nice.
continue that franchise.
What do we have?
Still better than Mega Man.
This is
Controller.
Yeah.
Super Nintendo controller.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
terrible art. Brilliant code.
Mushroom. Super mushroom. Why not mushroom?
See, you're doing all right.
Indie developer.
Where's plus sign? Pause button. Start button.
in the distance.
Crosshairs. Yep.
These boys.
Quick, you got 5.
2.
Button.
1.
It's never going to ship on time.
It never does really.
Good work, Crank.
What was the last one?
What is that?
Pixels. Team Street Fighter 2. Lost.
It's a crap game.
That's over. Who said it was a crap game? Oh, Street Fighter 2. That's it. It's over. That was Pixeltionary. They're talking. I'm going. Off you go.
Bye.
Give them a wave.
No. Cut this. I'm not there. I'm a black wolf.
Well, it's that time of the show again where my will to live dissolves like sugar in a teacup. On Team, I'm going to name you this time, because it's a jungle theme, I'm going to call you Team Kiora.
Nice.
It's too orangey for crows.
Yeah. And you'll be talking today about the software group Rare. Rare. On my right, we have Team B, and I'm going to call you Team Umbongo. They drink it in the Congo, apparently.
It's the world's most hesitant drink.
Is it? And you're going to be talking about, I believe, the progenitors of Rare. Yeah. Ultima played the game. Ultima became Rare, but who made the best games? Who were ultimately the best? Let's start up with the Rare side. Team Kiora. Opening Gambit. Why is Rare best?
Battletoads. It's the best rip-off of the Turtles ever.
But isn't Battletoads unfairly hard at points?
Because it was originally meant to be a rental game, so they made the game as hard as possible so people keep renting it over and over.
So the idea of like putting coins into a coin slot, the arcade.
Japanese version is really easy.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Battletoads opening gambit. What is your opening gambit?
They defined British gaming in the 1980s and the ZX Spectrum.
For a start, you've got Jetpack, one of the best games ever, and actually the first game I think Ultimate Player Game released. I believe so.
Maybe, yes.
And I'm pretty sure.
So does Jetpack, there was what? Attic Attack?
Yes.
What was the jungle one?
Saberwolf.
Yeah, Saberwolf. And
Again, an
then-
aggressively hard game, I found.
Yeah, but the graphics, the lushness.
Interesting gambits. Now, Rare. I would say one of the problems with Rare in its later years is that it had that kind of Aardman effect where you could recognise it basically by googly eyes. Is Rare just googly eye games?
No.
Yes, it
Unless
is.
there were loads of googly eyes in GoldenEye.
Pierce Brosnan.
He had an eye infection.
Yeah, he had a pink eye. GoldenEye went to pink eye. What is the quintessential element of a Rare game outside of googly eyes?
Platform game starring an animal.
That is true. They love their googly-eyed animals and collecting things a lot. What is the quintessential Rare game?
Well, everyone's going to say GoldenEye, aren't they? But
Banjo-Kazooie.
yeah.
Banjo-Kazooie.
Conker. They done adult cartoon.
So they did push the boat out.
I'll tell you another good fact about them.
Go on.
Which over their Ultimate Editions, they got partially bought out by Nintendo and then got totally bought out by Microsoft. Ultimate just got themselves sold out to US Gold, who are crap.
That is a very good point. US Gold is awful.
Don't deny that the point at which they were sold to US Gold, that was the end of Ultimate as we knew it.
What is the quintessential Ultimate game?
Night Law.
So what was it? Was it just because isometric meant for better gameplay, though? Was it a visual choice? Was it their googly eyes?
It was a whole new generation of gaming. Effectively, they redefined video game graphics.
Let's do the old emotional blackmail thing again. So, Team Umbongo, pluck at my heartstrings. Why should Ultima win this?
It's quite simply that to a generation of British children, their childhood was defined by Ultimate's games.
They had an absolutely badass logo.
They did, though.
Yeah, and it was really like, Ultimates, play the game. It's like, it's a statement, it's a command, it's everything.
I'll go with that. Okay, pluck at my heartstrings. Why should Rare win this?
Battletoads.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that at all. What do you think? Oh, what? Yeah, I agree. I have a soft spot for Conker's Bad Fur Day, so Rare wins. That's it. So team
Actually, and we got Rare Replay. They got all the Ultimate games on there.
That Rare Replay collection didn't have GoldenEye on it. It's the only game.
That's legal
and
reasons.
That wasn't even on there.
It's not very good, GoldenEye.
I know
play
the
it
fact
back
why it's
these
not on
days,
there,
though. Look, the fact that you're running out of words is very rare, and you've won the ultimate prize of being today's winner on Head to Head.
Cut this. A wall. That's what I get.
Here's my top 3 retro games likely to send you into a mental breakdown. Number 3, Bubsy 3D. There's of course some argument whether you can really consider the PlayStation 1 a retro console. I'd say it's kind of borderline. I'll tell you what's not borderline though, whether or not Bubsy 3D will send you into a psychotic episode. Because it will. Partly because Bubsy 3D looks like that time you tried LSD at college and it turned out to be a mixture of Ajax and dried paint. What will really have you reaching for the nearest barbiturate is Bubsy's voice. He does not shut up. And every time he speaks, it's something inane, pointless and obnoxious all at once. In at number 2, it's Ghosts and Goblins. You're some lad trying to rescue some lass, and you get undressed a lot. While you're doing that, literally everything is trying to kill you, and rip your clothes off. Oh, so this guy is okay to walk around in public in his underwear and chucking spears around, but when I do it, I get electronically tagged. The sheer difficulty of Ghosts and Goblins might be more than enough to tip you over the edge. And number 1, Battletoads, is a fun game as long as you recently graduated from that anger management class. it's probably not wise for you to be playing the punishingly hard multiplayer version with a dear friend, or you might find yourself accidentally getting all stabby on them. As a single player game, this one is hard enough, but throw the second player into the mix and the difficulty skyrockets. Not helped by the fact that you can deck the snot out of each other by accident, and get to the famed jet ski level and your friendship is really tested. It is nearly impossible to clear this level, or actually any of the levels after it, without having the reflexes of a trapjaw ant, which according to Wikipedia is the creature with the fastest reflexes in the world. Battletoads is more than likely to send two of you into a nervous breakdown at once, which is why I'm putting it at number 1. Right, Gannon, Biffo, can you untie me now? I promise I've finished my mental breakdown. I won't hurt any of you. Jenny, hello? Oh, come on guys. Larry must have stopped bleeding by now.
Jungle Special. Here, my best boys, and we thought we'd have a special boys-only jungle party. We've invited a very special guest, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Hello. I'm coming down.
Here he comes, look. Oh, everybody. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Right.
All right, Sonic.
I've got some rings.
Do you?
Yeah, so just running.
Yeah.
I got a spike. Fucking rings go everywhere.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna sniff my rings and guess where they've been.
I don't. Do we really have to sniff his rings?
I think he needs help.
Why are you insisting we smell your rings?
Fortunately, I do happen to know which ring smells of what, so it's kind of like a lucky dip. So, Sonic, would you like to offer Larry his first ring?
There you go, Larry.
Thank you.
Dig in.
Thank you. This one.
And then should we offer Paul one, and then they can...
There you go, mister. Hit me ring.
Paul has got ring number 9. Okay, so who would like to sniff first? How about you, Paul?
Yeah.
So, number
Fucking
9.
hell, these rings stink.
Number 9. It's very alcoholic. It's got that alcohol-y... I'm going to say that's like baby wipes.
Oh, not bad. I'm going to give you that. It's soap.
It's very...
I'm going to give you that.
Very... Can I keep this?
You can. You can put that in your locker.
Oh, God.
Larry,
Oh, dear.
you've got ring number 5, I think.
Okay.
Would you like to have a smell?
The bag's a bit sweaty already, so...
Tell me where you think...
Some of the rings are more sweaty.
Fuck.
Oh, I don't want to fucking try it. Oh.
Nurse?
Fucking hell. Give it a close. I'm not... What? Fuck me.
You smell his ring as soap, you smell my one.
Any ideas?
Fucking hell, it smells like bloody arse sweat.
Oh, sweat.
It smells like shitty arse sweat.
No, it's that's vomit.
Oh. Yeah, have another ring.
All right, okay.
I can't believe there were 11 of these.
One for you.
Number 10.
Number 10.
Right.
I have this one.
Paul, you're going first by the looks of it.
Go on, give it a good off.
That is arse
Get
sweat.
your nose in there.
I recognise that. That's...
Get your nose right in there.
I won't. That is arse sweat.
Oh, is it? A crusted ring?
All the power of my mind is going into not vomiting right now. Pure wet arse gristle.
You like to be a bit more specific there, Paul?
Dirty arse gristle. Dirty shit, arse shit, dirty balls.
I'm going to
Go
give
for
you that.
shitty arsehole, I think.
Where did that one end up? It is poo.
That was right up my arse.
I'm going to have to sniff the soap and give it a good sniff. No, that's the shit one.
You've had 2 rings, only one of them shit.
I sniffed the wrong bag.
Have these been anywhere near Dr. Robotnik?
They've been right up his arse as well.
This is arse heavy game.
Oh, okay.
This is a horrible game. This is the horriblest game I've ever heard.
Oh, thank you.
Stop smelling it if you're going to vomit. Jesus.
Oh,
It's the same bloody smell again.
Delightful. What was the answer?
it was a fart.
It was far. All right, good.
Do we want to continue?
Come on, let's just do this.
Come on, I only smelt 3 rings in total.
4 rings.
I can tell you that most of the remainder are all right. You've done the bad.
Come on now. Another one for you.
Larry, let's have your huffing.
Okay. Like more.
That's glue.
Glue. Oh, okay. I can smell the.
Yeah.
Glue?
Glue.
Oh, that's...
Right.
Oh, God, it's another sweaty bag.
That's a good sign.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's a good one. Let's have a go.
No.
Oh, fucking hell, it smells bad.
Oh, I'm getting it from here.
His nose fell off.
Oh, shit, that's... Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's so shitty.
That has to be like babies.
Shit.
Babies.
It's baby
nappy.
shit. It's diarrhea.
Liquid
Dirty
baby
nappy.
shit.
Diarrhea.
Fucking.
It's...
Yeah, I'll go. It's just poo again.
What do you mean poo again? I've had 2 poos.
Well,
God, can we wrap this up, please? Because I feel like
that's definitely shit.
I think we should probably end it there.
no.
That's the end.
No.
It's the end of that
You
game.
sniff
Thank
a
you,
ring.
Sonic. Everyone, give Sonic a big round of applause.
No.
Cactus. Blah, blah, blah.